Well, okay, so you were already good to go. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
You were already good to go. I'm glad that people know you were good to go. I'll probably be good to go a little later, but we as the stream are ready to good to go right about now. We got grand finals coming up for you guys right now. It is WebbJP versus Ram, a rehash, a rerun, if you would say, of winners finals from before between these two players.
Working on your Phil Hartman?
I was just trying to go for a generic announcer voice.
Yeah, car salesman voice.
Rev up those fryers, because I am sure hungry.
All right. It is indeed a rematch of winners finals here. WebbJP.
Yeah, we're not closed.
Yeah. No, we're definitely very much open. So.
And this is my kind of game. All right, you guys got a Mr. Krabs in lieu of a stew announcer for grand finals. All right.
There we go.
There you go. All right, go immaculate spacing on the part of WebbJP below the platform right there. That had to have been like pixels away from not hitting. And space moves like that, where like Sheik is sort of like a semi-brawler type, where she's actually like in the beef with you. It's not always the easiest thing to do. Speaking of things that aren't easy to do, we got drag down, up airs into the down smashes. I'm willing to bet we're going to see a lot of those, Koopa.
Yeah, and that's such an integral part of Sheik's kit. You know, being able to set up those, those high intensity KO options with the drag downs are huge. Or in Ram's case, you just put up the flick up on the C stick, or you hold up and hit A if you're not using tilt stick. Up tilt's real good. That's what I'm trying to get at. So
that message wasn't clear. I didn't get it. I don't get it.
AJ, you got to switch to Twitter to dark mode, brother. Come on, what are you doing?
No, he never will. I've told him a million times.
Okay, you know.
It doesn't matter because I've seen your phone and you still don't do it.
We're gonna have to have a long talk once we get home.
What kind of poppycock?
It's fine. He made the ready to do it once.
Okay. Speaking of characters that pay the rent, both of these are characters in the current meta.
These are definitely rent payers. For sure.
They are, for sure. Both of these characters
well,
are.
Does Snake have to work? Because he definitely has a government job. So like.
I mean, I would definitely classify what he does as work. It's a very scary line of work, Kyle. As a matter of fact.
Yes. Oh, there we go. The drag down.
Speaking of scary things.
Into the up smash, the teardrop.
Yeah, speaking of scary things right there, the drag down into the up smash. For sure, man. Sheik, you're telling me somebody Sheik this Kazee? Alright. Here we go. Nice spacing with the needles on par below the platform. Not too much Snake can do about that besides potentially parry them. But even if he does, it's a projectile, man. It's not like parries reflect projectiles or nothing like they do in some of the earlier Smash games. It's definitely a scary thing to deal with Sheik that close of needles before, man. And now we got WebbJP playing like they want to win the damn tournament right now, Koopa. He is on fire right now. But as I say that, down smash. Good wake up.
Yeah, again, it's definitely going to be one of these tougher matchups for Sheik. Again, like Sheik, the inherent thing is that you're already fighting like an uphill battle in most of your matchups because you have to work just a little bit harder than the next character. But against Snake, a character, like you said, like the potency of his offense is so strong, and like when he's in control, it really makes you feel like it feels unwinnable sometimes.
Yeah, especially with how light of a character like Sheik is. You know, I mean, you will literally and metaphorically get blown up really early, and it's a very scary thing to deal with when you're not playing perfectly. I mean, it's like I mentioned in the winners final set. It's like I think like Sheik, if Sheik in a perfect world can be one of, if not the borderline best characters in this game for sure. But I mean, it's not only just a matter of playing perfectly and just keeping all that damage going. It's a matter of feeding the meter. You know, like Sheik has to win neutral so much more because her moves don't do nearly as much damage, but she keeps you in disadvantage for way longer. Snake does it a couple of times and gets you to that same percent as well as kills you just way earlier. So it's like I mentioned in the winners final set, it's like feeding the meter while a cop is standing right there.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
And there's the cop. And that is one more game that Ram actually took against WebbJP than he did in winners finals, which was a 3-0. Earlier on. So now we already got one game tacked on the board for Ram against WebbJP, which is good looks for grand finals here between these two players.
Yeah, Snake definitely playing a role. WebbJP was definitely only in that store for 10 minutes, officer. Are you kidding me? Ram was like, no, I'm not, sir. I'm going to take game one.
But you know that there are real criminals like out on the streets right now you could be catching instead of just ruining my day.
Shout out to Peter Maids, question mark? God, yeah.
Shout outs to lovely Rita.
Yes.
None of you at home got that reference.
Yeah, you're all far too young for that.
Youngins.
Alrighty. So let's see what the response is going to be here from Webb. And so far, it's loud. Again, just continuing to pick up where he left off in regards to, you know, how to approach this matchup when Snake is off stage. You know, just doing a really good job, making it not easy for Ram to get back. When he does get back, he's getting a lot of damage for it. So
yeah, WebbJP's driftbacks have been insane. Like the offensive pressure on the part of Webb has been immaculate. It's actually because like his defensive options have been really, really good while being aggressive. Like he's doing a really good job playing around like the what am I trying to say here? Like Snake likes to utilize a lot of explosive to make their way back to the stage as well as ledge traps. So when WebbJP is the one doing the ledge trapping, you can't always just be holding in the entire time to try to get in on Snake, lest the C4 or the grenade that he pulled while he was off stage just detonate while you're just trying to combo him. WebbJP is doing a wonderful job at not only drifting back exactly when he needs to, but able to keep the pressure on as well in the meantime with a lot of drift back aerials. He's ledge trapping Snake immaculately that way. As well as just keeping the hitboxes going with the extended vanish on the ledge right there. My goodness. You know that a player is really, really good at the game when they make a character like Sheik look easy. And that's what WebbJP does when you watch his Sheik, man. It's a work of art.
yeah, again, like Sheik definitely requires a little bit more, you know, effort than the average bear. But once, you know, if you're able to stay dedicated to the craft, you have yourself a Swiss Army knife of character. And WebbJP is making it look real easy, like you said. You know, definitely much easier said than done. Right now he's doing the dang thing, and he's continuing to keep it close. Nice drag down again. And again, having to do that while also playing around the timer of the grenade is like like actual action movie stuff.
Not even just timing around the grenade, like freaking John Wick stuff. Did you see the way that Sheik's body actually contorted around it?
Yeah.
I thought the down throw of Sheik was going to detonate the grenade because I thought they were going to land on it, but then they didn't.
So you're saying Sheik's mortal enemy is falling down the stairs.
Oh my goodness. The most important meal of the day.
Oh!
Ooh.
Nice.
Sheik's been doing that since 2005, baby.
Yeah,
But it still looks cool.
She's seasoned, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dare I say overseasoned.
Yeah. Sheik definitely wakes up, says good morning world, all who inhabit it, including Snake for sure. Has the beautiful timing off the grenade right there. I actually loved it when Ram does that. Once the grenade is in hand, just getting that timing of the hitbox when they land on the ground. The hitbox that lands on the ground when they do Snake's up throw. Does detonate can detonate the grenade at the right time if you time it properly with it, and that is what Ram did right there, to a T. He wasn't able to get the confirm off of it, but the chase down was able to get it regardless, as hanging back now and still an 86% differential between these two players right now is on par in the stock winning of WebbJP right now. But it's still looking a little rougher as it goes on. I mean, the pressure is still immaculately in the favor of WebbJP, like doing a wonderful job of just keeping the impression session on Snake, hitting Snake where it hurts, his disadvantage state off of the level when he's in the air and off of the level. And Sheik edge guarding is just about second to none as a second vanish. You're actually going to take 2 out of the 3 stocks in game number 2 of this set with that move. My goodness.
All right, so game 4 in the first set will at least be guaranteed here. So if you're WebbJP, it's definitely looking. You got the deer in the headlight look going on right now. Just trying to stay, you know, focused in the game. If you're Ram curious, what's go through your brain right now?
I think what's going through their brain right now is the Pro Controller that just attached to the stream setup.
Sorry, guys, it's mine.
Sorry, fellas.
Disconnect your Pro Controllers, you jerks.
Truly such a problem.
Who can we blame for this? The economy?
How will this affect LeBron's legacy?
AJ, you doing all right, bud?
How you doing, AJ?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, I will be the first, second, last person to tell you. You're doing a great job. So.
And I'll be the actual last person to tell you, you're doing a great job, AJ.
Shouts to Eric Gordon, resident, do everything for Kingdom. So everybody, thank your TOs, thank your non-TOs.
And please tip your waitstaff.
Yes.
Please tip your TO.
Please tip your TOs.
Please tip your TOs. That's facts. That's facts, bro. Please tip your TOs. And don't let the door hit you on the way out.
We serve food here, sir.
Don't tempt me. I will say Bubble Bass's whole order.
Don't do it.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Although, go watch the Binging with Babbage episode where he makes it.
I
Very
did. Oh, it looked delicious.
Oh, disgusting.
It looked delicious.
It's like 18 patties. It's disgusting.
Not the whole thing. I mean, like a party favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be a great party favor to bring. Like
That is true.
Like, oh, I'm bringing like I'll get like a hero, a giant hero at the deli to cater. I'll be like, nah, fam. No.
All right, you got me there. That actually that sounds like a good idea.
Sheik?
They're gonna make it happen. I think we'll make it happen for Coop Fest.
All right. Oh, that sounds dope. All right. That'll be then though, and this is now, and what is now are beautifully timed air dodges and nair dodges on the way back, as well as almost SDs with the side beam grenade right there, but nothing doing on the part of WebbJP as these two players been dead even in the first minute, I should say, of game number 3 so far. And now a reset neutral between these two right now. You know the drill. Chargeback Needle's going to throw back some grenades from the other side of the level. Gotta be careful though. Is a beautiful bait on the part of WebbJP, just hanging down from center stage and then jumping right back to platform to get him to detonate the C4 and then parry up tilt. You said, yep, you know what it's about.
Yeah, no, excellent stuff right there from Ram. Again, it's been to get up attack in that scenario and just do easy stuff. Getting that KO with the up tilt, one of Snake's best moves, and has been one of his best moves for the latter part of over 10 years. So
that it has, my friend. That it has. I mean, not as crazy now as it was back then, but still very, very crazy regardless.
The hitbox has calmed down, some.
And speaking of hitboxes that calm down,
whoa, what happened there?
Ram tried to do that thing that the players with the forward airs that Spike do by doing that move instead of going back to the level. And WebbJP kind of followed him down there, and they just traded hits and ate Ram's double jump, so he died off the side. And WebbJP was just too low, so the uppy couldn't make it back.
She's one of those characters where I feel like she should never SD.
That was like a certified brawl moment. They were fighting underneath the stage, and then they both died.
Certified.
Like an actually certified brawl moment. Speaking of not certified
it's so
brawl
cool
moments.
every time, man. It's so sick every time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. WebbJP just makes this character look so much easier than they actually are because it just looks as smooth like butter, and then you try to do that yourself, and then you realize you're using molasses.
And then you realize you're bad.
Yes. It's like, oh, wait a second.
Like when I play Sheik, it's just like, yeah, I'm bad. I can't play. I have to quit my job to play this character.
Instant Michael Jackson song in the head, bro.
or the Weird Al song.
Or that one too. That also works.
I'm fat.
Come on. Shrek 2 back in theaters August 5th.
Oh yeah, wait, we gotta talk about that one.
Yeah, we do gotta talk about that later. We'll talk. Anyway, we set neutral once again between these two. 15% differential. These guys have been going really even in this game number 3 so far. I don't know if you've noticed, but regardless.
No, yeah.
After the first,
very, very tight.
Yeah, they're respecting each other a lot more than they were in those first 2 games, especially the first game for sure. Yeah, Ram's definitely just doing some pretty good adaptation from their first set earlier back in Winners Finals. The fact that he already took a game is adamant of that. Going real deep right now because she can more than afford to with how far Vanish goes and how invulnerable or intangible, I should say, it is roughly the whole time. Beautiful SDI into the air dodge is Ram to pop out of the drag down up air through the platform, saying you may get me once, but never twice, my friends, as the C4 coming in clutch again. Hanging back so you know the roll distance is not going to be there. That was actually really, really smart. Ledge trapping on the part of Ram, not able to get the punish though, unfortunately. These guys reset with each other once again. The pressure, Koopa.
Yeah, if you're WebbJP, you definitely would like to not go into the game. Wow. That was crazy.
Okay.
he dropped the Acme bomb right there.
Far enough off the level without a jump, decides to air dodge back, recognizes there's too much lag to be able to get into their uppy and make it back to the stage in time, and with amazing situational awareness, notices the Nikita drop below him, attempts to go into the Nikita to make sure they live because they were put into free fall basically, or special fall, but it's also an explosive, so he just died.
Sure, man.
Webb literally just said, yo, you're telling me somebody Shia this Kazee?
Yeah, definitely a real shrimp fried just rice scenario. But yeah,
and it does in fact stink.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Anyway, moving into this game 4 here. If you're WebbJP, you definitely chosen the harder path of difficulty to win this tournament, as you must win the next 2 games to come out on top. But if you're Ram, you're cooking right now. You've won 2 very closely contested games. Which is going to do nothing but wonders for the confidence. So, as long as you keep up this game, I'm curious what WebbJP is going to do a little bit differently here because, when Snake kind of gets a sit back and camp, it doesn't really feel like Sheik has a lot of options you can do to kind of disrupt that.
Yeah, it's definitely rough when these these players decide to camp each other as the bouncing fish off the level, but it's not rough off the level. That is where Sheik shines against somebody like Snake. And Snake's disadvantage state from that scenario is not good. The fact that Sheik's back air is just strong enough to be able to break through the Cypher is huge in this matchup, especially when it comes to edge guarding. But like you mentioned earlier, when they decide to just hang back, you know, throw a couple pot shots out, it's very, very difficult for either of these players to just, or either of these characters, I should say, to approach each other, especially with the way that Sheik can deal with the grenades or detonate them from afar. You know, the fact that the times that she can't, you know, like she can just explode and die really, really early because of how light she is on top of that. The fact that you have to play Snake's neutral a solid 70-75% of the time and just deal with the American Ninja Warrior obstacle course. When you play one of the lightest characters in the game, I don't care how good your frame data is, that is terrifying because that means you have to be playing on point at all times.
That's tough.
And Sheik is already difficult enough of a character as it is.
There we go. The vanish will cause that stock for Ram to vanish. Nicey, I know. You're all week. Or actually all the time. Actually, I lied. I don't come here at all. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you come here often.
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, 33% out of all those up airs, or should I say damn near 40, is the good turnaround by Ram. Going to get that grab and toss right off the level. The pressure doing immaculate right now, as it kind of needs to be if Ram wants to reset this set right now. But oh my god, another drag down up air into the perfect reverse aerial rush back air. My goodness, that is so much harder to do than it looks, especially like without getting like that sort of initial run drift into the turnaround. It's so rough. Like he just gets sort of like max momentum just by turning it around. I don't know if that was a slingshot or if it was something else, to be honest, because there was no initial dash coming out first before the reverse aerial rush, but regardless, that was then and this is now.
There you go, just trying to get the KO here, send it to that game 5. You see WebbJP fishing for that up air. The back air will connect here, though.
Trying to go for those vanish kills once again off the level. It's a very, very good option, but not when Snake is air dodging his way back to the top. And speaking of off the top, it's off the top right now. We are going to game number 5 between these two players right now. Is WebbJP going to end it all? Or is Ram going to reset that bracket and strain my vocal cords more than they already have been?
Yeah, it's definitely that was definitely a much more dominating game from WebbJP. You know, definitely oppressed Snake where it mattered the most. And being able to get that pressure off stage is huge.
Yeah.
You know, especially when Snake is forced to recover low. The way he does, not a lot of characters have an answer to that. We'll see, man. Will we get to that fabled set 2, or will game 5 spell it all here between a matchup between two of New Jersey's finest players?
Yeah, you can complain about, like, you know, Sheik being oppressive, but the thing is, man, she has to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's the same.
absolutely.
It's the same thing as like somebody who does, like, how do I say it? It's like somebody who does a very like dishonorable job. If that makes any sense, like a job that is like considered not very ethical.
Yes.
And then they're like, I'm just trying to make it in this world. You feel me? And then if they can't do that, you know what I mean? It's like, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like the character's just so light at the end of the day, and Snake is just such a literal and metaphorically explosive character as that C4 center stage actually going to catch WebbJP off guard, slipping. The character is just so fast, presses so many buttons, sometimes you miss track of what is on the stage. Situational awareness, not on par for WebbJP in game number 5 right now, and let's see how much insurance Ram's going to be able to tack onto this stock for it, Koopa.
Yeah, if you're Webb, you don't love that. You know, getting off to that rough of a start where, again, it's already most going to be in your brain, an uphill battle. You know, with how much durability Snake has to offer, you know, losing that stock as early as you did, it could spell curtains for your game that early if you're not careful.
As it could, as the grenade explosion going to send Snake up to the top again, actually able to make his way down with the B reverse grenades on the other side of the level, forcing Snake to retreat, regain stage control, I should say, but still forced to retreat and not keep the pressure on Snake, as a Sheik player is certainly going to want to do at this stage in the game, especially if you want to win the tournament. And Ram tacking on a lot of insurance onto the second stock of WebbJP right now, only a 50% differential and no stocks gone on the part of Ram yet. This is where we start to get like sort of like 2019 Sheik factor into effect. That was crazy. That was crazy. Stuffed out a bouncing fish with C4. You're gonna go right here, and I'm gonna put it out there and detonate it while it was in the air. That was nuts. Okay, stop. Okay, relax.
Flex tape.
Dude, it actually is flex tape. Like, Ram flex tapes harder than anybody. Like, Phil Swift got into this man's head like very, very early on in Ram's career, because when Ram is up stocks, he starts forward smashing like he's a damn Mario player. Like, bro, it's Snake. like relax. It has a little bit of lag. But he hits them half the time. That's the scary part.
Yeah, and after WebbJP, you definitely have to play the perfect game right here. That's going to help him do so. The grenade comboing, help the explosion, helping him combo into the up air. Getting that KO sub 100, that is so huge, and it could potentially be an X factor in WebbJP getting back into this game and doing this. Oh my god.
That is such a mental booster too, saying like, yeah, you got crazy ping pong combos, you're gonna stuff out my bouncing fish with C4s. I know how to use grenades the way you do too, bro. I don't need to play your character to know how to do that.
Oh.
Absolute crazy stuff right here. No. Oh, I thought he was gonna do it again.
Yeah, use it on yourself this time.
Okay, we're good, off the level right now, just jumping and holding back, drifting back, going with the missile of the up smash right here to make sure they don't get hit by it. Just going through, throwing a few pot shot needles in neutral right now to be able to just reset again and still stuck at the ledge. No bouncing fish, gonna re-grab the ledge and the grenade. Too much pressure on the part of Ram, actually pressing too many buttons in the face of WebbJP on the ledge trap. Actually gonna eat the grenade and reset neutral between these two once again. Oh man, trying to stuff out a bad approach.
It's such scary stuff, man. Again, you're already playing with house money at this point. Any solid hit from Snake could potentially, end your game here. WebbJP, you have to play this one real close to the vest. You cannot give yourself any room here for misplays.
Definitely not.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
This is the time to press. There we go. The bouncing visual connect, and that'll end it in Game 5 fashion. I was just gonna say that was a great awareness there from Webb, knowing when to press his offense. If you looked at what the board state looked like in that setup for Ram, there was 0 explosives anywhere on the field, and he was in disadvantage. So there's nothing that WebbJP had to. There's nothing tertiary he had to worry about in that scenario. So it's like, all right, cool. You're probably going to go for the high recovery here. I have the wherewithal to just stand on the platform and just aim high and hope that I hit you. So nerves of steel, man. Like that was just the perfect scenario for that to work out there. Like, sometimes it takes a little bit of luck for these things to work out in your favor, and that you're gonna look back at that grenade explosion into the up air that killed him sub 100 as one of the reasons as to why that comeback was possible. Again, he's one of the best players in the state for a reason. That was some crazy stuff. So
that's the clutch factor, baby.